Vavahai Tejasvinavaditamattu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Samatta Jana Kalyane Iratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Vashini.
Hari Om. Om Parthaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavati Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandadami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Ullaravindaye Tapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaga Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Stotra Vetraika Panaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Geetamridadhe Namaha. Sarvopanishado gavo Dogda Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Duktam Geetamritam Magat Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramadhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Bhishma Drona Tata Jayatra Dajala Gandhara Nilotpala Chalya Grasavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Vela Kuda Ashwattama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandavairana Nadi Kaivartaka Keshavasa Paracharya Vachas Saroja Mamalam Geetartha Gandhotkatam Nana Kyana Kakeshar Harikata Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadir Ragharaha Tepiyamanam Muda Bhuyahat Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradvamshina Sreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Kirim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vandehe Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Tunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedaihi Sangapada Kramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Shamagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidusura suraganaga Devaya Tasmai Namasa Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja Aham Tva Sarva Pabepyah Mokshayichyami Ma Suchah. Hari Om Mama.
Thank you, ma. We are now in chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga. Everything has been created by Bhagavan, Lord. We have Andhara Prapancham and Bhashya Prapancham. Andhara Prapancham is all our mind-related emotions. That is discussed in sloka number 4 and 5, which was detailed by our Sri Natarajan last class. That means all the emotional situations are originated from Bhagavan. So if I get angry, that anger also belongs to Bhagavan only. If I am happy, that is also belonging to Bhagavan. That is Andhra Prapancham. The sixth sloka, we are talking about Bhashya Prapancham. Bhashya Prapancham means what we see as the objects in the world. Bhagavan says that also has come from me only. So that means the entire universe, the cosmic, the individual, that is both macro and micro, they are all originated from me only. To know this, it is very difficult, but to know this is that everything has come from Bhagavan. To know this is what is called Atmajnana. We should have Atmajnana. So Atmajnana means here in the sloka number 7, they call it Tattvataha. Tattvataha means knowing the self as the self through the self. Tattvataha means knowing the self as the self through the self. Before we started sloka number 6, I gave a small introduction, which I will repeat again because many did not attend last class. Our intellect, buddhi, has 3 levels of understanding. The first level of understanding is God created this universe. That is Jagat Karanam, Bhagavan. God created the universe. Immediately what we think is, in our intellect, because it is not a refined intellect, it's a crude intellect. So I always compare how a potter is able to make pots. So we call the potter as a creator, the goldsmith as a creator, the carpenter as a creator, the architect as a creator of the buildings. So this is what we immediately understand. So that means if the Bhagavan has created this universe, so Bhagavan should also have a human form, a creator. So for that creator, there should be, like we have a carpenter, he has a visiting card. His name is there, his address is there, his contact telephone is there, his email ID is there. So immediately we also collaborate this with the Bhagavan. If Bhagavan is the creator of this universe, so Bhagavan should also have an identity card, visiting card. So we want to know where is Bhagavan, what is his address, how can he contact that, has he got an email ID. So this is how our intellect is working. Nothing wrong, because that intellect has got that much amount of capacity to think. Now, over a period of time, the same person he is thinking that if a carpenter has to make some furniture, he needs wood, raw material. If the potter wants to make some pots, he needs raw material, which is clay. So where does Bhagavan get this raw material? Where does Bhagavan get this raw material? When Bhagavan was created in the beginning, there was no Prapancham, no earth, no Panchabhutas, 5 bhutas. He was alone. Ekameva Advitiyam. There was no second things. So how can he create a raw material? Where does he get the raw material? So Bhagavan says, I become the raw material. So Bhagavan himself becomes the raw material to create this universe. And that is called Upadana Karanam. The first Karanam is Nimitta Karanam. As a creator, intelligent people, omniscient and omnipotent, Bhagavan. So he is able to know everything, but he is also Upadana Karanam. So he has got 2 Karanams, Upadana and Nimitta. So that means he can create whatever he wants. So the intellect has slightly refined to understand this, that first Bhagavan was Nimitta Karanam, now Bhagavan is Nimitta Upadana Karanam. He has got both the Karanams. Again, his intellect is getting refined, subtle. When it becomes subtle, the same intellectual person is now thinking, Bhagavan is also sentient. I am also sentient. So that means if I am sentient, I am able to enjoy this universe, world of objects. And for that, I need the consciousness. I need the sentiousness. Like electricity going through the bulb. If the bulb has to emit the light, the electricity has to pass through. If the electricity is, if the filament is fused, there is no possibility for the electricity to manifest. Then you will not see the light. Similarly here, as long as Bhagavan presence is there in all of us, consciousness is there in all of us, we are active. We are sentient. Then this intellectual person had a jignasu. Jignasu means he has an intense desire to know that how can 2 consciousness will be there. 1 consciousness in Bhagavan and 1 consciousness in me. So 2 infinites are not possible. So immediately he comes to know that there is only 1 infinite. And the appearance of this Jagat is only a mithya. It is not there, it is visible, that's all. That is called mithya. There is no substance, like a Nama Rupa in a bangle. If you remove the Nama Rupa from the bangle, the gold will be remaining. So Nama Rupa has no existence by itself. So similarly here, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. So the world, what we look at, is nothing but real, unreal, Mithya. But for all practical purposes, we are able to see, enjoy. But that is apparent. It is not real. So this is how the step, level 1, level 2, and level 3. In the level 3, that is called Atma Jnanam. So we should know who we are. Aham Brahmasmi. That is what the Atma Jnanam. But we, in this chapter 10 and 11, we are not talking about that Atma Jnanam, but we are now discussing the middle level, that everything has come from Bhagavan. Both Nimitta Upadana Karanam belongs to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is manifesting itself as the world or as the human being. So now what we call as we see everything in the world is a creation of the Bhagavan, manifestation of Bhagavan. So this is the intermediate step. Only with this step we will be able to understand that all what we see in the world is Bhagavan's creation. But unfortunately what happens is our vision is not on Bhagavan, but our vision is only on the creation. So our vision has to be redirected to Bhagavan. So we are in the middle level. That is, everything belongs to Bhagavan. Every emotion, Antara Prapancham, Bhashya Prapancham, both of them are belonging to me. I am the cause. I am responsible. So this is what we are going to see in the following shlokas of the 10th chapter, as well as on the 11th chapter. 11th chapter is the Vibhuti Yoga. Bhagavan will show to Arjuna, because Arjuna will get a special chakshu, jnana chakshu. With that he is able to see the Vishwarupa, Bhagavan. So now in this chapter we are talking about Vibhuti Yoga. So now we come back to shloka number 6, Bhashya Prapancham. So what is Bhashya Prapancham now? We will read now the shloka number 6. महर्षयः सप्तपूर्वे चत्वारो मनवस्तदा मत्भावा मानसा जाता येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः महर्षयः सप्तपूर्वे चत्वारो मनवस्तदा मत्भावा मानसा जाता येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः. So here he is talking about the creation of the prajaha, imaha prajaha. First he created 4 rishis, Purve Chatvaraha. Purve Chatvaraha means he has created 4 rishis. Brahma, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujata. These are the names of these 4 rishis. Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujata. When Brahma created these 4 rishis, he made a small mistake. He gave full vairagyam to these 4 rishis. That means when you have dispassion, vairagyam, they don't want any objects to give them pleasure. No pleasure required from the objects. We do not have vairagyam today. We have temporary vairagyam. Sometimes we get vairagyam, like we call it smashana vairagyam. If somebody dies, we go to the cremation ground and there we see, oh, this is what is going to happen to everybody. But when you come back home, that is forgotten. That is not. So, Tivra Vairagyam. So, these 4 rishis had Vairagyam. And they became directly sannyasis. Nivritti Marga. They become sannyasis. What Brahma thought was that these 4 rishis will get married and then his parampara will grow and then he will be happy. But the calculation of Brahmaji got totally gone wrong. Even today, we have in some families, the children are not obeying properly the parents. At that time, we will say, the child may probably say, even Brahmaji had the same 4 children. Because they went to they got Vairagyam and they did not listen to their parents. Then Brahma has to create 7 rishis, Sapta Rishi. In the meantime, Brahma was very angry because of the disobedience of these 4 children. So when his anger came, from his eyebrows, the Ekadasha Rudras were created. From the anger, eyebrows of Brahmaji, very angry, that is why Ekadasha Rudra or Rudras came from the eyebrows of Brahma. That's why, during the Rudra Ekadashi, Maharudram, Atirudram, so we recite Rudra and Chamaka. In the Pradosham also we do that. Because we want to pacify Shiva, Brahma. So that is why the Rudrabhishekam is very, very important. Ekadasha Rudras. And then Bhagavan created from his mind, from his Manasa Putraha, that is called Manus. There were 14 Manus in the creation. 14 Manus. And each Manu rules the country during their lifetime. That is called Manvantara. Each Manu during their period of time, Manvantara. Out of the 14 Manus, 6 Manus have already gone. We are now in 7th Manu. Saptame Vaivaswata Manvantare in our what you call a Sankalpa. So, and each Manu has 71 Chatur-yugas. Each Manu has 71 Chatur-yugas. And one Chatur-yuga is 4,320,000 years. So 71 Chatur-yugas is not 71 years. It is a very long period. And we are in 28th Yuga. Vaivaswata Manvantare Aktabhigumshadis Chame. That means we are in the 28th Manu. There are still another 43 years I have to go through out of the Brahma's this one. So then the 8th Manu will come. So we are in Aktabhigumshadischame Kaliyuge Pradame Pate Jambudvive Bharatavarshe Bharadakante. So this is how the Sankalpa comes in. So that means when we do Sankalpa, we are all relating to, and we are all from Rishi Parampara. That is why we have got a Gotra. Everyone has got a Gotra. Kashyapa Gotra, Abastamba Gotra. So like that, because to know that we are the descendants of Rishis. So 4 Rishis, and then the 7 Rishis, and then these 14 Manus, and from these 14 Manus, because all these 14 Manus and the Rishis here, he says, Matbhava Manasa Jata. Matbhava means I am Satchidananda Swarupa. So everyone is a Satchidananda Swarupa. We are also Satchidananda Swarupa. Unfortunately, that Satchidananda Swarupa is covered by Ajnanam. And the study of the scriptures is only to remove that cover and to know that we are real Satchidananda Swarupa. So the importance of studying scriptures is to discover our original nature. Matbhava Manasa Jata Yesham loke imaha prajaha. So that is how these human beings are created. Manasa jata. Why? How manasa jata? From the mind, from the sankalpam. To give an example, we are now all waking people, wakers, but when you start dreaming, you create a world of itself. Where did you get the raw material? Where did you get they're all sankalpa, manasa sankalpa. That we do regularly. The moment you get up from the dream, then we are again waker. So similarly here, Brahmaji, from his mind, through his sankalpa, he created these rishis and also these manus, 14 manus. We are doing every day this sankalpa matra, that is. In the case of the 7 rishis, every day we remember the rishis if we are doing Sandhyavandanam. In all the 3 periods of Sandhyavandanam, when we sit for Gayatri Mahamantra Japa, after the pranayame vinyogaha, then we recite the names of 7 rishis. Atri, Bhrigu, Kutsa, Vasishta, Gautama, Kashyapa, Angirasa Rishayaha. 7 rishis. We always recite this in the Sandhyavandanam mantra. Again, we also talk about 7 chantas, meters. Gayatri, Ushniki, Anushtupi, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtu, Jagatya. Again, we talk about 7 devas. Agni, Vayu, Arka, Vagisha, Varuna, Indra, Vishwe Deva, Devaha. So that means if we are in touch with all our scriptures, then we will be remembering these rishis as well as chantas as well as devas. So this is the sum and substance of this sloka number 4, 5, and 6, that everything has come from Bhagavan. So that was the idea to be conveyed in this one. Now we go to sloka number 7. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvadaha sobhikampena yogena yujyate natra samshayaha. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvadaha sobhikampena yogena yujyate natra samshayaha. Bhagavan has said, that everything has come from me. The whole universe has come from me. The whole internal mind, emotion level is come from me. But we want to go further into this, because we have seen that Lord has the potential, sankalpa. So with the sankalpa, he can create anything, and he is an omniscient and omnipotent. So that means Bhagavan can take any form. That is why we have these avatars. Krishna avatara, Rama avatara, so many 10 avatars are famous for that. So he has and that power to manifest is called yoga here. Etam vibhutim yogam cha. Etam vibhutim yogam cha. That yoga is the Shakti, the power to create, to manifest, to change. Whatever Bhagavan wants to do, he can do it by sankalpa matra. Like waker remaining the same. In the dream, he creates everything. But when the dream is gone, the waker remains as it is. If you look at the milk, butter is already there inside. But with a visible eye, we cannot see the Shakti, that butter. Similarly here, this Antara Prapancham, whatever we see inside in our mind, it is not visible. Only each individual will know how his mind is functioning, how is nature of the mind. Others cannot see. So that Shakti, so Bhagavan has innumerable Shaktis. We cannot describe his Shakti. But out of that Shakti, some of them are manifested outside. When it is manifested outside, we are able to see, we are able to look at it. For example, when I am able to lift a book from the ground by the hand, there is a Shakti involved. Without that Shakti, without that yoga, I cannot lift the book. But that Shakti we are not able to see. But that Shakti, which when lifting the book, I am able to see. And that is called Vibhuti. So Vibhuti is what we are able to see, the Shakti of Bhagavan. And we have said, that Bhagavan has got Anantam Shakti, innumerable Shakti. But whatever has come out, only that we are able to see. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvataha. Tattvataha, I said completely. The one who knows completely the powers of Bhagavan, the Shakti of Bhagavan, he knows. Yaha veti. Mama, yoga and vibhuti, he knows this. Tattvataha. So now we should understand the connection between Bhagavan and the Shakti. Bhagavan has got Shakti. What is the connection between Bhagavan and Shakti? The connection is through Maya. Shakti, another name for Shakti is also Maya. Avyaktam in Sanskrit. Vyaktam, manifested. Avyaktam, unmanifested. Shakti means Maya. And when Brahman with Maya we call it Ishvara, that is the creator of this universe. So when we say creator, means there are two tattvas involved. One is consciousness, the other is achetanam. Chetana, achetana. Chetana means what can be enlivened by that one, and the achetana means it is inert matter. So an inert matter, our body is inert, but the body gets enlivened by the consciousness. So now, whatever we see outside in the world, we are able to perceive. So that is all called Vibhuti of Bhagavan. And this Bhakta is called a Virad Bhakta. Virad Bhakta means initially we have Ekarupa Bhakti. Catch hold of only Bhagavan, Krishna, or Ganapati, or Shiva, or Shardambal, or Mahalakshmi. And we are so narrow-minded that if we can call it two sectors. One worshipping Lord Krishna and Lord Rama. We have Hare Krishna, Hare this thing. So Hare Krishna people say there is only Krishna, nothing else. Rama was his assistant. So like that, there is a misinterpretation going on. So that is because of Eka Rupa Bhakti. That is how we start with Eka Rupa Bhakti. Once we come to know everything is given, manifested by Bhagavan, then we get that Virada Bhakti. Virada Bhakti means even Rama is Krishna, Krishna is Rama. So that that the differentiation will not come to us. That is Virada Bhakti. So once we have Virada Bhakti, see, for example, somebody is very, very brilliant. Yes, we always say, oh, he is a Buddhiman. When you say he is a Buddhiman, he has high intellect. But once you know that intellect has been the glory of Bhagavan, and your glory is also Bhagavan, then there will not be any cause for envy, jealousy, hatred, and all that. Because once you know everything is Bhagavan's, then where is the question of hatred coming in? So that is the advantage of this Vibhuti Yoga. So our mind gets expanded from narrow-minded, Karpanya dosha. That's what Lord Krishna said, gave to Arjuna. That is, originally his mind was narrow. Karpanya doshopagata swabhava, he said. Then he delivered to Krishna, to Arjuna, that please expand your mind and everything what you see is Bhagavan's. When you see everything is Bhagavan, then where is the hatred coming in or jealousy coming in? And that is called Vibhuti. Now, Vibhuti is only what we see outside, but there is immense potential in Bhagavan. So we are only seeing only as a minuscule part of Bhagavan's Shakti. And that is hidden. Because the quality of this Shakti is, it is only inferable, not visible. Inferable. So Bhagavan now says, for example, at 11 o'clock in the morning today, the lecture, what I want to talk today, is in my yoga form. Because none of you know that what I am going to talk for the next 1 hour. So that is the Vibhuti Yoga. At 12 o'clock, after delivering this lecture, it has come out. So that is in the Vibhuti form, Vibhuti Yoga. And if Kalyan Sundaram is recording it and forwarding to all of you, that means that recording is available for a large number of people. Today, Bhagavad Gita or Brahmasutra Bhashyam or all these Upanishadic commentary, they have all been in the Vibhuti form because that is visible now. But it was in yoga form before. So why should not we appreciate the Bhagavan's role in all these matters? So that is the point Krishna wants to bring in this particular chapter. That's what he says. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mamayo veti tattvadaha. What benefit one will get? Because we always think, what do I get? What benefit? So here he says, Saha avikampena yogena yujyate na atta samshayaha. Saha avikampena yogena yujyate. Avikampena means unshakable. Avikampena means unshakable. Yogena. Yogena here is in the first line of this sloka. yoga was termed as Shakti. Here, the yoga is Atma Jnanam, self-knowledge, Atma Jnanam. So he says, I will give you this Atma Jnanam. I will unite you with this Atma Jnanam. Yujyate means uniting. So with this Atma Jnanam, I will unite you. Sovikampena. Saha avikampena means unshakable faith. Now here what happens is, we go for a scriptural lectures and then we learn everything. It looks very, very feasible when we listen to them. But that is not staying with you. Next moment, something else comes, that knowledge is gone. That is called shakable knowledge. Kamba. Kamba means shakable. And from Kamba only the Bhukamba has come, earthquake. So you can imagine a Bhukamba damages a large portion of the area where the earthquake has come. So similarly here, our knowledge, this Atma Jnanam, yoga, self-knowledge, it is not staying with us. And that is the problem we are all facing. That is the reason why we have this miserable life. If you have this Dhrida Jnanam, unshaken Jnanam, that I am Satchidananda Swarupa, I am Aham Brahmasmi, this knowledge has to stay with you permanently. It is not easy. It needs hell of a lot of efforts, Shraddha. The capital, what we should have is Shraddha, faith. Faith in what? Guru Shastra Vijnanam. Guru Shastra, Guru Upadesha, Shastra knowledge. If I have this, a Dhrida Jnanam, firm knowledge that I am Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this intellect, I am not this ego. And our biggest enemy is our ego. Ego means I and mine. These are the two major enemies in us, within us. Even some of the medical doctors now say that we are all a number of cells in our body. Each cell is activated to create some movement or some emotions or whatever it is. If we are very, very angry, some of the cells will become so agitated. It can be seen in the eyes. It can be in the face. Angry face, you can see. Similarly, the smiling face also you can see. So if the cells are agitated, then our emotions are also agitated, whatever emotions we have at that time. So the medical doctors say, they don't call it a meditation. Be calm, be quiet, be relaxed. What is the meaning of these things? Never allow the cells to get agitated. So that is available only for a jnani. Jnani knows because he knows that he is not the body. Because he has his prarabdha, he has to live, complete his prarabdha before he gets the Vijaya Mukti. Whereas in our case, we can regulate our health by not getting agitated for any small things. Today, if I look at my condition from morning to evening, something or other always troubles inside and it agitates my mind. If I can reduce the agitation, there's no need for anybody to go to the doctor, medical. Because we will come to know that prarabdha is required. Prarabdha one has to endure the prarabdha before this physical body dies, because physical body is not permanent. That Dhrakjnanam also has to come. But we are pampering this body. In the case of food, we are pampering. In the case of dress, we are pampering. In the case of enjoyment, we are pampering. For the eyes, we are pampering. For the ears, we are pampering. For the skin, we are pampering. So one has to, that is why he says, Yukta ahara viharasya yukta chetasya karmasu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. So that means if we do everything moderately, our agitating mind will calm down, relaxation will take place, the intellect will become fully clarified, there will be a clear clarity in our thinking, and that is called karma yoga. Our mind will become pure. And once the mind will become pure, the jnanam will go inside. It's like, in uh, in a lake. If the lake's surface is very calm, the reflection of the sun or moon will be very clear. We can even see even below 200 feet, you will be able to see the sand because of clarity. But once you give a small agitation to the surface water, then that clarity is gone. Because then you will see the moon in bits and pieces. So here he says, so vikampena yogena yujyate. And since our faith is so feeble, we always doubt. Samshayatma pranashyati, Bhagavad Gita says. So here Bhagavan gives an assurance. Na atra samshayaha. So a man who knows the Shakti of Bhagavan and the Vibhuti of manifestation of Bhagavan, he is ready to go for Atmajnanam, self-knowledge. And what type of self-knowledge he will get? So vikampena. Avikampena means unshakable faith. And Bhagavan says, I give guarantee. Na atta samsheha. So this is the benefit of Vibhuti Yoga. Now comes, so far he has talked about that everything has originated from Bhagavan. Now he says, how Bhagavan is going to show the vibhujis in various items, and how can we get this knowledge of acquiring this vibhuji yoga. That is bhakti. So he will talk about those things in the next 8th sloka to 11th sloka before we enter into the various aspects. So he says, I am reading the 8th sloka. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattat sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhaha bhava samanvitaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattat sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhaha bhava samanvitaha. Now he has used a word, buddhaha. What is a Buddha? A wise person. What does he know? He knows that Lord is the nimitta karanam and upadana karanam. So that means everything has come from Bhagavan because he is responsible for the material cause as well as the nimitta karanam. So he says, Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. Prabhavaha means utpatti, creation. I am the creator of everything. sarvasya, aham sarvasya prabhavaha, matta sarvam pravartate. And I am there in all as upadana karanam. Mattaha sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante mam. The people who worship me, seek me, Bhaja Govindam, seek Govinda, seek Govinda. So the one who seeks Bhagavan, iti matva, like this, if you seek Bhagavan, Buddhaha, wise person, bhava samanvitaha. Bhava samanvitaha means they are firmly endowed in that bhakti. They are firmly endowed in that bhakti. When he says, aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattat sarvam pravartate. First line is that I am the intelligent cause and I am the material cause. Iti matva bhajante ma, seeking, bhaja. Bhaja means bhaktas, you can call it. So those bhaktas, here there's a word bhava samanvitaha. Bhava samanvitaha means, bhava means attitude, normally. You can call it also bhakti. Samanvitaha, endowed with bhakti. How our problems are coming? Because we categorize the world. Like what? We categorize the world as favorable and unfavorable. So when I see a person, I like him and I do not like him. As good and bad. Purely because I look at the world from my personal standpoint. So from my personal point, I have these various emotions. I look at the world from my personal standpoint. Everything is divine, so the whole creation is divine. Say, if I look at everything is created by God, then I have the whole creation becomes divine. So once it becomes divine, then this personal thinking will not come, favorable or unfavorable, because when everything is Bhagavan, so when you go to the temple and he gets you prasad, so you are not looking at the quality of the prasad. I like this prasad, I don't like this prasad. No, because once it has come as prasad, I like. My attitude is totally different. If I get laddu from Tirupati, that attitude is entirely different. Whereas if I get a laddu from Anandas, this hotel, that attitude also is different. Same laddu, but you see the attitude. So one is from the divine angle, the other is from material angle. So when I say bhava samanvitaha means there is they use a Sanskrit word. They say avagata samsara asaratvam artha. Avagata samsara asaratvam artha. So bhava samanvitaha means excessive longing for an article, for an item. Excessive longing. That excessive longing in material object is very bad, whereas in the case of Bhagavan, if you have got that to attain Bhagavan, that is called intense bhakti. So that means my bhava attitude should be that I should have 24/7 Bhagavan in my mind. No, nothing else. 24/7. If that is available to you, any individual, it becomes unshaken. At any point of time, it will not be shaken. So I have a clinging attachment to Bhagavan. Now my attachment is not clinging because if he gives me something, then I forget Bhagavan. Because when everything is created by Bhagavan, so we have two visions. One is I can look at the object, and I can look at the object as different also because it is Bhagavan's prasadam. When it's called Bhagavan's prasadam, he is the biggest karma yogi. Prasade sarva dukkha nam hani rasyopajayate. So if you get it as prasada, then our life will be comfortable. So here, bhava samanvitaha means if I like a particular item, food item, at any cost I should get it. So that is the clinging attachment. That is bhava samanvitaha. Whereas if you have that clinging attitude on Bhagavan, I have to attain Bhagavan. I have to get this knowledge, Atma Jnanam. So if I have to get this Atma Jnanam, and the Atma Jnanam can be available only by yourself, through you only. So nobody else can help you. So that is what he says, Bhava Samadvitaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattat sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam. This Buddhaha means the one who knows nimitta karanam and upadana karanam. He is a Buddha, wise person, but he is not a jnani. Jnani means he also knows about nirguna swarupam of Bhagavan. Nirguna swarupam means arupam. So he knows only ekarupa, adekarupa, and the next promotion is arupa. That comes only chapter number 13. So this chapter concentrates on the middle level, that Bhagavan mattat sarvam pravartate aham sarvasya prabhavaha. I am the nimitta karanam and I am the upadana karanam. Everything has come from me. And if I look at an ornament, a necklace, I can see it as necklace, or I can see it as a gold. That gold darshanam is divine darshanam. Necklace darshanam is material darshanam. So vibhuti. So both are. So the gold had that namarupa inside, which we are not able to see at that time. But when the nimitta karanam, the goldsmith is able to make the diamond necklace, then I am able to see it. So the vibhuti is very, very, this term has to be really understood very clearly, because once we have the vibhuti yoga knowledge, then we will have whatever we see, everything is Bhagavan. Then there is no question of there is no need for anybody to go to temple, because everything is Bhagavan. So why should you go to a temple? But temple is only for the level number 1 bhakta, ekarupa bhakta. So if we should graduate from ekarupa bhakta to anekarupa, that is vishwarupa bhakta, and from vishwarupa bhakta we should go to arupa bhakta, nirguna swarupam. So this is a step which he has indicated. So we'll take up the next 3 things the next week. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.